Well, it's a very good morning to you, and I'm just sitting outside here in my little egg chair, enjoying the warmth, the bird song, the company of my darling Jack, and just enjoying the morning for what it is. Now, the postman arrived a short while ago. I've got a little letter here that accompanies a lovely book. Tansy Farlow and the Home for Mislaid Children. So this is by Jen Storer, and says the Children's Book Council of Australia shortlisted book. Thank you so very much, Jen. And Jen has sent me a lovely letter, which I hope you don't mind if I read out, Jen, because I think it's just a lovely letter. I mean, there's nothing too personal in it that's going to get anyone upset. Right. I love this writing paper too, look at this. So, dear Colette, I can't tell you how much I enjoy your videos. They have cracked the world open for me in a way that is profound and life-changing. Over the past couple of years, I have been fascinated by the rise of the divine feminine. However, after a while, I began to despair. It seemed there was so much that was purely intellectual about it, or in other ways, sort of superficial. Lots of floaty frocks and lighting of incense. Lol. Well, Jen, I do love the occasional floaty frock, and I adore incense. But I understand what you're saying there. So, your project has shown me the practical application of the divine feminine, and this has been so exciting. Suddenly, everything makes sense. Might I add, all this happened at the same time as I discovered and fell in love with permaculture. I have always believed in the power of well-placed individuals. Dot them across the planet and watch what happens. You are one of those individuals, a true earth angel. It's a lovely thing to say. Thank you. Also, I read your book, A Cottage in 3 Acres. I adored it. So wise and inspiring. I look forward to reading more and urge you to keep writing, keep sharing, keep being Colette. You are a gift. Much love from Australia, Jen. Now, thank you so very, very much, Jen, because I take that as a real compliment from another writer. I've never professed to be, a writer of any importance, should we say. And in fact, all I do is just try to express in words on paper what sort of flows through my head. I'm always delighted that people appreciate the words I write. And in fact, in saying that, it's been some time since I wrote a blog on my website, bealtainecottage.com. So today I'm going to take some photographs and I'm going to do a little bit of writing on the website. So thank you, Jen. You've inspired me. You've inspired me. I shall enjoy reading this book as well. Thank you so very much. Now, yesterday, my eldest daughter, Cara, came around and she bought me some little gifts for Mother's Day. And these are beautiful gardening gloves, exclusively by Briars. They are William Morris Gallery. Of course, I loved William Morris. William Morris was not only a great craftsman, a great artist, he was also a socialist, and really wanted to embrace as much as possible the whole movement of people working within their crafts and being appreciated for that. If ever any of you get the chance to visit, I think it's the Victoria and Albert Museum in London, or is it the Natural History Museum? I think it's the V&A actually, where there is a William Morris room dedicated to some of his beautiful work. Now, my daughter Cara also bought me a little pedometer to encourage me to get out walking. So that's something that I started yesterday. And off I went on a long walk with this rapscallion here, who kept trying to run in front of me, and I kept saying, now come on, back. He's such an intelligent boy. But he can also be a little bit of a naughty boy. Well, not too naughty. He's kind of gets a little bit willful. Yes, a little bit of a willful boy. But that's okay. That's okay. We're all willful at times, aren't we, Jack? So, I also got from Cara a beautiful plant, a pieris. And I'll just show you. I'll go over and have a wee look. So, the very first and only pieris that I have in the garden is this one here. And pieris, of course, likes to have acid soil. So I went to the bog and actually dug up some acid soil and then planted the pieris into this old bottomless milk churn. So in that it has thrived. But then interesting, look at what's happening underneath. We've got little self-seeded primroses. I put a little log down there, so that's covered with dog daisies and moss. And there's Herb Robert growing in there, and you know, there's a whole little garden established itself around that pieris. So the one that Cara bought me is what's called a variegated pieris. So it's in this bucket. She actually brought me some acid soil, see in the bucket, and this is it here, and it's called Pieris Flaming Silver. So that's going to go into a big terracotta pot, which I'm going to place over there beside those tires. And I'm also going to put some ivy into the tires just to cover them, because you can see how well that happens. Look here. I have this buddleia planted into 2 tires, and the variegated ivy just, you know, bolts away. It's going all up round the back as well there. So it's a beautiful day. It's very mild. It's actually quite warm. I've got the stove lit because I want to go and have a shower and wash my hair. And didn't get these trees planted yesterday, so I'm going to make sure I get them planted today. I had some wonderful dreams last night, and I felt very invigorated this morning when I woke up. But not invigorated in a physical energy kind of way, but my mind has sort of been re-energized, if you like. And I've got plans. I actually woke up and I thought, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write out some of my thoughts and plans. And I can't let you into them just yet, but I'm hoping sometime in May or June to share these plans with you. And they're all predicated on change. I feel some wonderful change beginning to evolve here at Bealtaine, and it's change hopefully very much in my favour. We shall see. So just looking at this ribes bush, you know, it's interesting when you go pruning something like this ribes bush here. I pruned the top of it down last year, so as the Kansan cherry, which is above it, you know, isn't kind of swamped by ribes. So the ribes then started to grow out the ways over the drive. You can see what's happened here. They've grown in big waves, and we're going to have some incredible flowers. In fact, they're just starting to break. See the little flowers breaking out there? So this is going to look absolutely fabulous. Now, a little hint with any kind of flowering shrub, and it's just a general hint, but it definitely serves the ribes very well. Pruning should be done after flowering, and then that gives the shrub time enough to gather the strength in the new growth and set next year's buds. So as soon as the flowering has been, you know, as soon as the flowers go over on the ribes, I'm going to be pruning. So of course, having all the birds down working through the gravel for the seed, it's helped to dislodge lots and lots of moss. So if we get some dry, warm weather, that moss will turn quite yellow and just die off naturally. So the birds can be really important in helping to keep things in check. I don't like the words under control, but in check. And you can see here, look, they've been dislodging the moss. So a little bit of pruning on this stand of shrubs, which I shall do hopefully today. Always make lots of plans for the day that's in it, and then you've got something to work towards. So there's dogwoods here. There's also, I think it's blackcurrant. So I'm not going to prune that, because again that would be pruned after fruiting. But there's a fair bit of fuchsia there, which doesn't mind when it's pruned. So I'll give that a bit of a pruning. So, Jen, what you've said about the Divine Feminine as well has sort of stayed in my head for most of the morning. And I may write something about that on my blog. Such an amazing sense of spring now. Right, I'm going to go in and have my shower and wash my hair. I had my hair cut at the weekend. Oh, look at this. Some little crocus. Isn't that beautiful? So have a lovely Monday, everyone. And beautiful start to the week if you're here in the west of Ireland. I hope the weather's good for you wherever you are. Blessings.